Okay, so if you're in a game, doesn't matter what game it is, and you're experiencing stick drift like I am, I've got my left controller, push forward on the joystick, I go forward, I let go of the joystick, and he keeps moving. My guy keeps moving, and that's a problem. So I go to the right, let go, and I'm still moving. I go to the left, let go, still moving. Go to the right if it's not even going to go right, let go, still moving. So we've got a few options. We can spray some compressed air in there in the joystick, and try and fix it that way. We can try recalibrating the joystick. So let's just try and do that for a second. See, look, my character's still moving. So we're going to go here. Let's close this for a second, and then we're going to go settings, up here. We need to close one of these, and then we need to go to devices, controllers, and then you come down to thumbstick angle. Now look at this, should be in the center. It should not be jittering around. It should be completely still. Look how bad my controller is. So this is pretty rubbish. I move it left, and look, it just doesn't come back to the center. So let's show you the right one. This is, look, right is completely still. Right, let go. Left, let go. Forward, let go. Down, let go. Let's go back to the left. Left is already jittering around. Left, this is full left, let go. Right, look, right doesn't even want to go right really. Forward, oh, now we've got center. Nope, when we're back to being all over the place. So if you're experiencing stuff like this, then and we're going to replace the joystick, so let's get on with it. Okay, so I bought a kit from basically Amazon, but Lazada or Shopee, any of those will sell it. The Quest 2 controller, joystick, sorry, is the same as the Q3. So if you've got a Q3 like I have, you can order the Q2 one, and it's exactly the same. So just to clear that up, the kit I got was this one. There's 11 pieces in the kit. This is like a prying tool. Yeah, you get the idea. The only really ones I actually use is this one, and this one. Okay, and then I just keep this box to the side to keep all the screws in. All the screws are all the same size, so you don't have to remember anything where they go, except one, and that's much longer, like twice as long. So yeah, let's get started. So you're going to press the button to release. This is an AMVR thing, so it's a little bit different. And then you're going to remove the battery. Better use this. And okay, so the first thing we need to do is under here where we press the button, we just need to get our prying tool in there and lift it up. The first time you do it, it's going to be a little bit challenging. Just slowly pry it. So you put it in and you just lift it up. Just lift it up, and you'll get a little bit of a gap. And once you start getting the gap, just slowly go around. And I've done this before, so mine's going to come off quite easy. You'll have to gently go around and apply a bit more pressure. Take your time. The only thing that's holding it down is this kind of like glue stuff here. And once you finish, you stick it back on. It stays in place. It never comes off. So don't worry about the glue. So we can put that to the side. Then we're going to be looking at this, and there's basically a screw here, and a screw here. There's also screws in the handle. Okay, now there's normally a sticker here, but I've done this before. You're going to take your prying tool, probably going to use this one if you have it, or anything thin, and you're going to slide it down on the edge, pull off the sticker completely, and then you're going to find screws here, here, and here. Okay, so there's a few. So let's begin. Okay, so you're going to use your tool, we're going to start off with this one, then this one, then this one, and then this one. So we're just going to put it in, undo the screws. When it comes out, put it in your little box. And again, all the screws are the same, so don't worry too much. Okay, and then we do this one. So this one here, sorry. Now this whole thing does look like it gets a bit crazy, and at some point you're going to think, what am I doing? Why did I even start this? But you'll get there, don't worry. Now this is the only one screw that's different. This is the long one. You're going to take that out. And you can see there it's much longer. Okay, so that's that done. Then we're gonna move around to the base, or the handle. So we're gonna take this one off. I've seen other videos, I've actually followed other videos, and you can follow them if you want, but they got a little bit confusing. They started editing parts out, and then it got really confusing because I didn't know where they were. They were removing cables, and they didn't show how they removed the cables, only when it was done. Like I had to figure it out myself. So I'm going to try and show you everything step by step and not actually miss anything. There's going to be no cuts. So there's 1, 2, 3, and there's one more here. So there's 4 that you need to remove. Can't get to it. Okay, so once we get all those 4 apart, we are going to use our prying tool to try and lift up this part. Okay, so here's our prying tool, and we're just going to gently start to lift it up. Now the handle here is pretty much connected to this whole thing. Is held together like some sort of weird jigsaw. So we kind of just have to keep pulling on the little bits until it starts to come and break free. There's like little clips underneath, so just keep going round. Okay, look, there it's popped out. There we go. So now it's kind of lifted out. You should get to the point where you're like this. But the only thing that's kind of keeping it in right now is you can see the handle here. So it's not going to fall out. So we can push the button in. Try and ease it out a little bit more so we can see what we're doing. Now you've got this here. Okay, that one we need to remove. So when it comes to this one, you're just going to pull it down. So we're going to get our tool in there and just take it off. That's all we need to do. Okay, so that's that one. Then there's this ribbon down here, but it's pretty hard to get to, so we're going to have to take everything else apart before we can get to that. So now we've got to try and figure out how to take the handle off, and it's all kind of like just clips in. So prying tool in. No need to force anything. There we go, just pull it out. So this bit here is actually going to go, I'll try and show you. Okay, can you see this here? So this part actually was sitting on there, so you got to lift it up and pull it out. Okay, so we're going to try and take the battery door off. So we just see, look, I just pulled it off of there, okay, and then push the handle slightly up, and it kind of comes off. Now the tricky bit is trying to get to the ribbon. I'll try and give you a good angle of how it looks. Is that in focus? Okay, so here's the ribbon, and just in front of the ribbon is like a little catch. You need to just push it up. Let's try and move all this out of the way. Ah, there we go. So there's a little catch here. Might have to go wider. There's a little catch here that you just lift up. Hopefully you can see me lift it. Oh, there it goes. It's like a little hinge. And then there you go, and it comes straight out. And this is the part where you think, oh crap, oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah. But don't worry. We're gonna put it all back together. Everything's gonna be hunky-dory. Okay, so now we're in this position. And we have another one here that we need to take off, and then another one on the opposite side. Okay, so again, prying tool, just lift up the door, and then you can change the cable. Don't worry about touching the ribbon, and it just pulls straight out. And again, we'll do on this side. So we're just going to lift up this door thing here. Did I do it? There we go. And it's out. Now the only thing keeping this motherboard on, which we need to take off unfortunately, is a couple of screws here. Can you see? Here and here. So let's do that. Now last time I took the actually scrap that, because the motherboard, this part of the spring is touching on top of the motherboard, so we need to take off this handle. It's pretty simple. There's just this bar, and we just push on the bar and it will slowly start to slide out. There you go, look. So just keep pushing it through. Might have to use the tweezers. These tweezers aren't the best, but you could use some nail tweezers. There you go, it's just slid straight out. Let's put this in the lid. Okay, and so now this is just come straight off, and it's pretty obvious at where it's going to go back. Okay, so we're just going to put that down to the side for now. And again, now we can go back to the motherboard. So we're going to take off these two screws. Uno. And dos. 1, 2. Okay, now the motherboard should just lift straight off, which it does. And there we are. Now we have access to this. This is the one we want. There's the base of the joystick. We finally made it. Yay! Give yourself a pat on the back, because this is all quite like a little bit crazy, because, you know, don't get me wrong, I don't do this stuff. So take off the 2 screws on the joystick. Okay, and now the joystick can come straight off. Okay, now we need this part, so basically we're just going to give it a little pull and it comes off. Okay, we can put that to the side. Now we need to gently take off this bit. We need this spring off, so try to remember the direction of the spring. So look, here is the ribbon cable, and we need this bit here. We need this bit here on the opposite side, so we can just gently grab it and it should come off. Just gently pull it off and it will release. Look, it's just catching on these edges. Now just gently take it off, and then you take the joystick and put it to one side. We don't need that anymore. Now we're going to take the good one, the new one, and we're going to put the tail, let's call this the tail, on the opposite side of the ribbon, and then we're just going to clamp it in place, kind of squeeze it down on the sides. Doesn't matter if you push down on the spring, no issue, and it should feel like it's on there. Okay, next, all we need to do now is put it back on the motherboard. So basically, we're going to take the motherboard, not that one. We're going to put it back on here, and we're going to put it in with the, what do you call that? The ribbon pointing outside, the outside of the controller module. Okay, so once that's on, we're going to take our screws and put our screws in. So it goes either side. Oh, okay, look, this has just come out. Okay, don't panic. These things can only go in one way, so you're just going to spin it and turn it till it lines up. This one's moved also, so turn it and line it up. Let's put the screw in. Okay, and then let's put the screw in the other side. Now everything is plastic, so when you screw it down, just sort of finger tighten it. You don't have to go crazy, that's not gone in the hole whatsoever. I'm sure you guys are already waiting for me, watching me bodge this completely. Oi, oi, oi. There we go. Oi, oi, oi. Remember, once you start to feel that little bit of resistance, then you're good to go. Okay, so that's that done. Now we can put this back on, Now this spring here is going to go in that hole, and these parts here obviously are going to go into the buttons. Press it down, and then you'll see here's a screw here, and one here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. There's also like a pin here. It's like a plastic pin. It kind of stands up, and we want to just line those up. Just kind of give it a wiggle until it sort of sits on. Okay, so first screw. Okay, then just look round for the other screw holes. Wait. It's not the best screwdriver, but it, you know, it's cheap like the budgie, and it gets the job done. Okay, and I think that was the other one. Nope. Where is it? Nope. 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 Okay, well that seems to be it then. That there, that one's done. Not there. Is that one? No. Okay, so it's just that. Okay, so now comes even more fiddly work. We need to try and get this connected back to that. But before we do that, we need to connect the this one and this one. So we're just going to take our tweezers, feed it in, oh, this one I can do by hand. Now I'm going to just kind of hold it in and then push the flap down. You can actually use your fingers, look. And my nails are disgusting, but it's just the way it is. I've got no nails. So again, fold it down, give it a little push. You'll feel it going in. Once it's gone in, hold it in, push the little door down, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Okay, so that's that done. Now we've got to try and let's put this back on. So we're going to look for the holes. These two go there. This is going to go here, and this. Where's the camera? This spring here needs to go on top of this like coppery colour thing or goldy colour part. So we're just going to slide it in. Okay, like that. And then we're going to try and line up the holes. You're not going to be able to see this, but when you're doing it, you'll be able to see the holes. I can't show you on camera. And then you look for the bar. Okay, and then you're just going to slide the bar all the way through. Give it a bit of a wiggle. Okay, move this around a bit as you're pushing it through, and it will go in. Then just kind of like line it up. Okay, and we are back. Okay, the next thing we need to do is put the ribbon in here, this one, and this is quite fiddly to say the least. Okay, we're gonna have to feed this into there, and how I can do it and show you guys at the same time, I have no idea. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do it like this, and then I'm gonna try and take my finger from behind, try and show it. Where's the dawn? Okay, so this is the door, so I've got to slide it in through the back side. Okay, so you want to go in, there's a grey half, and then there's a black side to it, so you want to try and insert it into the grey side. And it's gone in. Push the door down, and we're in. Brilliant. Okay, so now we just need to kind of like maneuver everything so that it all kind of lines up. So I need to try and get the trigger inside its little hole. Okay, just take your time, no need to rush. And you're going to see here that this area here, okay, this area right here needs to feed into this area here. So this one into this one. So, and this is where I'm said like it comes together like a crazy jigsaw. Now remember, this one will slide in, and you've got to put it on and push down this way. There we go, it's in. Okay, but then you're going to have to lift it out a little bit just to get this bit into its hole. You see that it's going in? And it just drops in. Can I try and zoom in so you guys can see a bit better? Okay, so I want to get it to, so this bit here lines up. Again, take your time, just wiggle it about until it gently goes. Yeah, it's popped in. Now we're at this stage. Okay, the other thing we've got to get in is this, but we want to just check everything is working. So this is where we're going to kind of like hold it together and like put the battery in. If you want to put a screw in, up to you, but I'm just going to test the power. And when I put the battery in, there's a blue LED light, might be white, can't remember. It's going to flash up here to show us that we're getting power. And we're getting power. So all is good. So let's now try and take the battery back out. Use the prying tool. Okay, we're out again. Okay, so now what we want to try and do, let's zoom out so you guys can see. What we want to try and do now is, remember, we've got to try and get this in there, sitting on top, which isn't much fun. So we've got to try and lift this side up. So we're taking it out of, I've took it out of this side very gently, just very slightly. It's just, I've just lifted it up so that I can put this part in. Okay, so I'm going to glide that in and just get it somehow on top of there. And trust me, it's not fun. Oh, that's why, sorry. Okay, so, my bad. Can't remember what this is for. But we're going to take this and just push it with our thumb and just push it back on. Because I forgot just now. Yeah, you'll feel the clip and it's clipped in. Okay, so again, now I'm just going to try and slide this in so that that sits on top of there. Okay, you might have to get the handle out of the way. It's like this. So I'm just using this finger, or you can use this finger to hold it out of the way, whatever works for you. Okay, and you can see that it's just starting to, it gets to a point where I can't even see where it's going, so you just have to kind of get it somewhere in that vicinity and hope that it kind of pops in. But we also want to try and get these bits here lined up. And so I'm just kind of wiggling and giving it a bit of a, to try and move it into place. There you go, that's clipped in. Okay, and then we do the bottom. Okay, that seems good. Oh, I might have clipped it all in a bit too early. Is that going to go back in? Yeah, see this one here? This is not lined up. Everything's got to be moved over. So it's popped out. Great. So now I've got to take it off again. There we go. Right, okay, let's try again. So you need to be sitting in there. So look, it wouldn't go, that's why I've had to take this battery door up and take it off again. Now it's, yeah, look, see now it looks flush. Okay, so now we've got to try and hold that bit in place. Now we've got to try and hold that bit in place. Now all this is flush again. It came out this side. So yeah, just be patient with it. And again, this circle is going to sit on top of there. But again, as we do it, we're going to be quite blind. Just going to lift it up and kind of wedge it in. Now, like, you might be touching these, okay? These are the little, like, sensors. I've touched them many times and nothing's really happened, so I'm not really that bothered. Okay, so we're getting there. This all looks still like it's in alignment. So we can just try and, look, this is feeding, coming together. So now I've just got this one here. Just going to push. Am I going to push it? Doesn't really want to go. There we go. Hello. Oh, the last bit's always the bugger. Okay. Is that how you're going to play me, is it? Why aren't you going in? Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. It didn't barely even touched it and it suddenly just moved. So yeah, look, now done. So after all that wiggling around, okay, you need to put this on first, my bad, because if you put it on like this, I'll try and show you, this whole edge here, okay, needs to go inside that whole edge there. And so what you're going to need to do is you're going to put it on, turn until it drops. Then you're going to turn it to the side like a little bit on one edge and push down. Now if it doesn't, like this, and I'll do it again so you guys can see. Okay, if it's really not going in, take a nail filing set and put the nail file on the table and then just kind of file around it. It's not going to be a lot, just like on the edge like this. So you're just going to go over the nail file and try and, you know, do it for like 30 seconds or whatever. You'll figure it out. So that when you do this, you're going to push on, turn, then you're going to push it down in one direction so it goes under and push and it goes in. Okay, so now it's all. So we're going to take the longest one and it goes in between the X and the one with the lines on it, the menu key. Put that in, scroll that down. Okay, cool. Okay, the other one's here. From what I remember, you'll be able to see it anyway. No, that's not it. I can't see it. Is that it? This one? Yeah, this one. Possibly. Okay, that one. Possibly. This. And there's one up here. Okay, so see guys, I am not a professional with this. Okay, and then we're going to do the battery doors. Put that back in. And we're on the home straight. This one goes in there. Oi. Again, just lightly pinch it. Okay. Oh, it's that one. It's this one down here. Sorry, I was being a bit of a silly boy. Is that going to go in? Yep. Now we can put this back on, finally. I thought it came together a bit too quick. Yeah, might help you put the screws back in, mister. Okay, so now we can put the battery in. Hopefully this is going to light up again. If it doesn't, we're going to take it all apart again. And look, it's lighting up. Okay, so if you don't have any power, remember there's there's 1, 2, 3, I think there's 4 different ribbons that you need to put in. I put it all back together. I had no power and realised I'd left one of them undone. So yeah, make sure you check everything. Take your time. No need to rush. It's not that complicated. You can, if I can do it, you guys, then you can do it. So I'm going to jump back in the headset and then check to see that it's working correctly. And that's it. So if you do try it, good luck. Again, if I can do it, I'm sure you guys can. Okay, so here we are back in the headset, and we're going to go here. We're going to go settings, and we are going to go back to devices. We're going to go controllers, and we are going to go set left, and then we get this again. So hopefully left goes back to center, up, center, down, and this is what we want. So perfect. So yeah, job done, easy peasy. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You'll feel like a master if you do it yourself. Let me know how you get on. Bye.